Mortimer.
Good morning, people. You join me on my ride to work. Let me just adjust my mirrors. I moved the handlebars the other day just to get a more comfortable position. This is not so much a vlog, a response vlog, as a vlog inspired by, if that makes sense. I was watching a vlog the other day by a blogger called Dibber in the Wind, and I'll put his name up so you can check him out. He does some pretty good vlogs, good content, so go and check him out. And in this particular video, Dibber was, I'm allowed to call him Dibber, Dibber was he was giving his interpretation, his definition of the difference between a free rider and a lone rider. And it reminded me of a moto vlog that I did a few years ago now, where I asked the question, are you a biker? And that vlog got more responses than I think almost any other vlog I've done. I'm not sure if it's on this channel or my old one, you know, my old one with all my subscribers on. But anywho, Dibber was quite passionate about this definition between the two, and the reason it reminded me of my old vlog was the fact that my old vlog seemed to open up a can of worms. And I'm not going to go back over it because there's no point in doing the same vlog twice. So that's not the subject of this vlog. The subject of this vlog is to do with the responses that I got, and it's linked to Dibber's vlog, because the responses I got tended to fall into one of three categories or camps. First of all, there were people who said, unless your bike is your main form of transport, you cannot consider yourself a biker. Fair enough. Feel sorry for all those guys who are really passionate about bikes but have young children. Secondly, there were the group that said, if a guy works all week and goes out on a weekend and plays golf, he's a golfer. If a guy works all week and goes out on his bike, he's a biker. And I could sort of understand that argument, don't get me wrong. But then there was the other category of people, the other category of answer, pardon me, which I tend to side with myself, which is, who cares? Really? Who cares? I don't care if one person considers me a biker and another one doesn't. I'm commuting to work today, but I do it rarely, because I can't, because certain days are dress down days, certain days aren't. And also, if someone wants to refer to me as a fair weather rider, that's what I am. I don't sit in my living room looking at it pouring with rain outside and think, this would be a good day to get out on the bike. I am a fair weather rider, I admit it. Some people might refer to me in the Harley world as a weekend warrior. I don't care. Call me what you want. What's important is the fact that I love bikes, I love riding bikes, and I take every opportunity I can to get out on them. And that, people, is the important thing. Now, back to Dibber. I think what got Dibber's back up, to put it mildly, is not so much that people didn't agree with or understand his definition between a free rider and a lone rider. I think it's people who pretend to be what they're not. Now, sometimes this is open to interpretation, your view, but in every aspect of biking, you do get the person who pretends to be what they're not. And to give you some examples of this, in the world of sports bikes, and believe it or not, yes, I have had sports bikes. I used to go round on an R6. You get the person who's passionate about MotoGP, so they go and buy themselves the full leathers, put the knee sliders on, the replica helmet of their favourite rider, and they ride round the roads, the public roads, as though they're doing the Isle of Man TT. Never got their knee down, but they stick it out anyway as they go around the corner, just in hope that there might be a high bit of road. But we all know them. And the same happens in Enduro. You get the guy who watches a few of these programs with bikers travelling all around the world, thinks, I'll get myself one of those. He gets himself a bike with the metal panniers on the back. He buys himself a GB sticker, and when he's on holiday in Portugal or France, he buys a sticker there and sticks it on the boxes to make it look like he's travelled the world. When in reality, his bike has never left the county. So you get those sort of people, and probably the biggest group that come in for some stick, as we say in the UK, hey, give him some stick, lad, are us poor Harley riders. Are you all feeling sorry for us now? I thought not. Because we do get them as well, and we get a lot of them. And what we get is, we get the person who watches Sons of Anarchy, thinks, I want to be a member of a badass biker gang. So he buys himself a Harley. He looks for a jacket with tassels on, but he probably can't find one. You have to have the chaps. Yes, you must wear chaps. And a bandana. Now, if this is you, I apologise, but dressing like a pirate doesn't make you the member of a badass biker gang. And the thing is, when you join HOG, for those who don't know, when you buy a Harley, you automatically get enrolled into the Harley Owners Group, whether you like it or not. And you also have the option of joining a local chapter, which is a club associated closely with HOG in some ways, and we distance ourselves in other ways. But you get the rocker patch that goes on the back of your jacket to say which chapter you're in. The chapter is a club, and the club contains lots of different people. Some people you wouldn't want to meet in a dark alley, but I've never met a person I don't like yet. But the point being that it is about as far removed from other biker clubs, and I won't mention them because I want to live, than it can be. And you do get these people that think that because they've got a leather jacket, because they ride a Harley, because they've got a rocker patch on the back, that somehow now I'm a member of a biker gang. And it's kind of, I really don't understand it. It's like, really? So coming back to my argument at the beginning, well, not argument, I don't argue. The point is, does it matter? Does it matter if some people think that they're free riders when they're not? Does it matter that some people think they're badass bikers when they're not? We all have something in common. If you're a moto vlogger on your motorcycle, then I have something in common with you, and that is that we ride bikes. And we should be a brotherhood of people who ride bikes. I nod to sports bike riders, I nod to everybody, because I am not a snob. I've seen videos posted by US vloggers who say that Harley riders don't nod to other guys. Well, put it this way, in the UK they often do, and I do. That was it. If you're a biker, you ride safe. If you're not a biker, you be safe. And thank you for watching this video. And I do have two channels. One I can't get into, which ironically contains all the subscribers who don't watch these videos. Look after yourself, guys. See you soon. Bye.